So I love the video where you ranked all the Kanye songs, but I was wondering how you would rank his albums, maybe in even like a tier list form.
Silence! Ranking every Kanye album / tier list. F is bad, S is awesome. You get it. Before we start, if an album you like gets a lower tier, don't get mad at me. F tier Kanye is like S tier Lil Pump, so it's relative. Starting it off in 12th place, we got Cruel Summer. Listen, this album isn't bad. It's got some epic hits like Mercy, Click, Don't Like Remix, and New God Flow has a top 5 Kanye verse. But it's very hit or miss. Most of the songs that are like don't even have Kanye on them, so that's self-explanatory. I'll give this album some extra points because there's boobies. That's awesome. F tier Kanye. Number 11, Jesus is King. Jesus is King isn't a bad album, it's just got a few weaknesses, but the album sounds pretty good. Like, the production is very good. It could have been a lot better, it just seemed kind of rushed. D tier. Number 10, 808s and Heartbreak. I think if Kanye made another album in this same style, it would go crazy. Kanye basically started singing and 808s and hip hop with this album, and that's basically all hip hop is now. But being the first to do something probably means you won't do it perfectly. C tier Kanye. Number 9, Ye. I absolutely love this album. I remember when it came out that day at lunchtime, I listened to it during my school lunch. It like made me into a huge Kanye fan. It's when I realized Kanye was a genius. This and Kids See Ghosts were the albums I listened to like all of that summer, so it has a special place in my heart. I think at one point, every song on this album has been my favorite song on the album, so good album. C tier Kanye. Number 8, Watch the Throne. I think newer Kanye fans underappreciate this album. It has a lot of bangers like Lift Off, No Church in the Wild, the one about Paris, Otis, and Gotta Have It. It gets a little weaker with songs like Who Gon' Stop Me, which is an epic dubstep Kanye song for some reason, but I like it. C tier Kanye. Number 7, Kids See Ghosts. This album is super consistent and every song is amazing. And Reborn is a 10 out of 10 song. I remember I was at a party and this album came out at like 7 o'clock and I had to like leave so I could listen to it. It's fire. B tier Kanye. Number 6, Yeezus. Last August, this was literally all I listened to. This album gives you a hype feeling no other will. A different type of hype. I love every song on this album and I appreciate each of them for what they are. But I think with the album being so far out of the box, it's hard for it to be some of his greatest work. B tier Kanye. Number 5, Late Registration. This album is very similar to the College Dropout and I think it's more consistent than the College Dropout. But I think the College Dropout has higher highs, but also lower lows. Either way, I love this album. It does what it does super well, and it's one of the greatest albums of all time. F tier Kanye. A tier Kanye. Number 4, The College Dropout. This is actually the first Kanye album I listened to. I absolutely love this album and I think it's got some of Kanye's best songs. Songs like All Falls Down, Spaceship, Through the Wire, Family Business, and Last Call are some of Kanye's best songs. I don't think I can put into words how much I enjoy All Falls Down. I think Kanye's mindset of wanting to prove himself during this time makes this some of his best work. A tier Kanye. Number 3, Life of Pablo. Now this album is super messy, which made me think less of it. Not too long ago actually, but I realized that's the point. Even though this album has some weird interludes, it's an insane album. It starts off with one of the best gospel songs ever made. Then it's followed by one of the best trap songs ever made. Then that's followed by a remix of the most popular song at the time the album was released. Then he reopens his beef with Taylor Swift for no reason, with Rihanna. And it's amazing. Then shortly after that song, he has a song with Chris Brown. Only Kanye would do that. Then you got FML with The Weeknd, which is just an insane song. Then you got one of the grandest rap songs ever made, Wolves. Then you get Kendrick Lamar and Kanye doing some of the best rapping they've ever done on the same song. All that and you haven't even heard the best song yet, which is St. Pablo, which has like Kanye's best lyrics and just the whole vibe of it is just crazy. It just assembles who Kanye is as a person all in one song. Now obviously there's a few speed bumps I didn't mention, but besides that, the album is awesome. A tier Kanye. Number 2, Graduation. Now yes, this album does have the biggest speed bump of all Kanye albums, but if you look past that, this album is insanely good. It's some of Kanye's best work. Champion, Stronger, I Wonder, Good Life, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Flashing Lights, Everything I Am, and Homecoming all on the same album is crazy. If you replace Drunken Hot Girls and Barry Bonds with 2 songs even half as good as those songs, it would be Kanye's best album. So that brings us to the last album. So let's get a recap of what we got so far. Number 12, Cruel Summer. Few bangers, few misses. Number 11, Jesus is King. Mostly good, just some weak verses. Number 10, 808s. Super influential, just a few weak songs. Number 9, Yay. Every song is good, it's just kind of short. Number 8, Watch the Throne. Tons of bangers, just a few misses. Number 7, Kids See Ghost. Every song is amazing, just a little short. Number 6, Yeezus. Out of the box in the best way possible. Number 5, Late Registration. Super consistent and sounds amazing. Number 4, The College Dropout. Super motivational and has some of Kanye's best songs. Number 3, The Life of Pablo. Bold and bizarre in the best way possible. Number 2, Graduation. Has a little speed bump, but mostly amazing songs. And that brings us to number 1, my favorite album of all time, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think this album is amazing, and it's a 10 out of 10.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure about that.
Okay, it's your opinion.
Anyways, I think this album doesn't have a bad song. I also think that every song is not only good, but goes above and beyond. Masterpiece. Okay, bye.